Hi, welcome to this video. We're going to look at the Business Consultants blog number 2. And what we're going to look at now is what makes that blog up, or what makes the website up, and how you can configure it better for yourself. So let's just go through so you can see exactly what you've got, and I can explain what the various sections are, and that'll make more sense then when I go through the configuration. So at the top of the blog we have the top bar, which has these social icons and the search bar, the search icon in it. We next have the title bar, which in this is the case at the moment, it's got Business Consultants in there. We then have the navigation bar, or the top navigation bar, again with the navigation menu in it. We have the slider itself, which is going through a number of different slides. Then we go to the main body of the site itself. So the main body is made up of a number of sections, and I'll just talk to you through what these are. Now, this part here, this is download your free online guide. Now, just for reference, as I say, we'll go forward in a moment. This is actually called the lead, if you like. It's a lead magnet. If I click on here, I'll just show you what happens. It'll go over to a page where they can actually sign up and get this as a free offer in exchange for their email address. This is part of your list building. Okay, so we call this the lead, and it's this area here. Okay, this area is the events area. Now, as I said, this will make more sense in a moment when I show you where these are in the back end, but just for reference, this is the events area, and it has 3 posts or 3 excerpts from posts, and if I click on these it'll go to the main posts in the main blog area. Okay, under that we have a video introducing local business, and we have testimonial. That's a demo testimonial. Of course, you need to put your own in there. Again, I'll show you where the testimonials are, and the testimonials randomly come up in this particular place each time the page is refreshed. And then under that we have another section, and this section has 3 posts in it. Now these are called the L1, L2 and L3 posts. So basically, if you replace any of these, you replace these posts here in this position. I've called them these names obviously just to make it easier to find in the back end, as I said. And underneath there we've got another row, which is a row of, again, videos. These are just pulled from Google. So again, they are specific to local business educational videos. And at the bottom we have a mission statement and the latest local business info, which in fact is the list of the top 5 or the latest 5 blog posts that were published. Okay, so that's the home page, and it is a very specific page. Again, I'll show you that in a moment. We have some other pages. We have the service pages. So from the menu, we can go to any of these: online reputation management, Google My Business, and they'll basically give you a brief overview. There's local SEO. They'll give you a brief overview of what that service is. And under there, you'll see the latest posts widget again, which will pull you back onto the blog, or pull the reader back onto the blog. So you can have as many of these as you want. You can delete those or take them out or add to them if you want. Again, I'll show you that in a moment. Then we have the blog itself. This is just a page that in fact lists all the blog posts. So here are all the blog posts there in their full glory. On the left hand side, or they're excerpted, you need to click the read more or the image to go to the full post. And in the right hand side again, we've got a testimonial at the top, and we've got an opt-in form in the right hand side, and we've got a list of the actual pages. And then under there we have the latest post widgets, so the latest post will show up on the right hand side as well, further down there. Okay, and if we go to a post, let's just go to this one. Again, you'll see a similar view, but you've got the full post this time with its full text. The feature image shows at the top, and again on the right hand side you have the same right bar menu. Okay, we have some others as well. We've got a contact us, which has a form in there, a contact form. So again, the contact forms here, it's the same ones on the front. So I'll show you that one in a moment on the back end. Then we have a cookie policy and in terms of service and privacy, these are just default pages. And in fact, there's a plugin that generates this terms of service and privacy specifically. Okay, the moment you see down here, the site uses cookies to improve experience, is no problem. This is the EU and UK cookie law that requires you to have something on the site to make sure that the viewer of the site understands that the cookies may be saved. And then we've got a pop-up contact form at the bottom here. If I just click on that, a pop-up form comes up. And that's done by another plugin as well. And I'll show you that one in a moment. Okay, so let's give it a quick view over the page. Okay, so let's just look at the posts. So I've selected posts in the dashboard menu. And here are the posts on the right-hand side. And this will now reference what I talked about when we looked on the front page. So when I mentioned the events, okay, which were the 3 blog posts that we're showing on the right-hand side, or the 3 blog post excerpts that we're showing on the right-hand side, you can see over here, there's in categories events. And that's those 3 posts that are showing. I mentioned the L1, L2, and L3, and that are these posts here. And the slider, obviously these posts now make up the slider section. So there's 4 posts with images that slide one after the other. And down here we have the lead. So if you remember, that's the one which is the main post at the top left, which gives away the ebook. And then you'll see others are just called main blog, and they're called main blog because they're just for reference, because they're going to be the main blog posts on the actual blog page. So if you want to replace any of those posts or any of the bits on the page that we mentioned here, anything in the events or in the L1, L2, L3, or the sliders, or the any posts on here, of course, or the lead, you can simply go to those and edit them. So if we look at the lead one, for instance, we could just go to edit. Put that on visual, and then we can edit that post in any way you want. So you can change the book, you can change whatever you want to do. So of course that can all be changed. If you want to change the categories over here, but I say this stays on lead and main blog, which is going to appear on the main blog as well. So I've just got a lead in there. So the one that will display in this position on the front page is the one which will have the lead category. So you could actually delete this completely or start a new page and create a new page. As long as you put lead in there, then that would display in the same place as this one does now currently. And that would be the same with all the posts. So I say you can either edit them, which is probably easiest, or you can just trash these and replace them. Okay, got to wind up this part of the video now, and we'll look at the pages in the next section.